Have you ever noticed something strange about life? Sometimes the ones who work the hardest feel the most tired, and the ones who do the least seem the most comfortable. But what if that comfort is actually a trap? Let me tell you a story. One morning, as the sun slowly rose over the golden savanna, a lion sat quietly on top of a high rock. From there, he could see everything: the endless grasslands, the herds moving below, and the bright sky stretching far beyond the horizon. His name was Leo. Leo was strong, wise, and respected by the animals of the savanna. But on that morning, something troubled his heart. Below him, the savanna was full of life. Zebras ran across the plains, birds danced in the sky, antelopes jumped freely through the tall grass. And yet Leo sat still, deep in thought. Day after day, Leo worked hard to protect the land. He watched over the animals, defended the territory, and kept order in the wild. It was not an easy life. Sometimes the sun burned like fire. Sometimes storms shook the land. And sometimes the responsibility felt heavier than his own strength. As he watched the animals below enjoying their peaceful morning, a quiet thought entered his mind. Why must my life always be so difficult? Why must I always carry the weight of responsibility? Wouldn't it be easier to simply rest? The thought lingered in his mind like a shadow. Later that day, as Leo walked through the savanna, he saw other animals relaxing in the shade. Some were sleeping peacefully, others were playing without worry. They looked happy, free, and for a moment, Leo envied them. He slowed his steps, his head lowered slightly. Maybe, just maybe, he deserved some rest too. Near a quiet tree, Leo sat down beside a dry riverbed. The sky above was beginning to darken with clouds, and the wind whispered softly through the grass. As he stared into the still water, he saw his own reflection staring back at him, tired, heavy, uncertain. Just then, a small owl landed gently on a branch above him. The owl had watched Leo for many years. He was old and wise. The owl tilted his head and spoke softly. "Leo, why do you look so troubled?" Leo sighed deeply. "I am tired," he said. "I carry responsibility every day. I work, I protect, I lead, but sometimes it feels like too much." The owl listened carefully. Then he asked a simple question. "Tell me, Leo, what do you believe would happen if you stopped?" Leo looked away. "I suppose nothing at first. Maybe the land would take care of itself?" The owl's eyes grew serious. "Perhaps," he said slowly, "but sometimes when a leader stops doing his duty, the consequences do not appear immediately. They arrive quietly, later." Leo remained silent. The owl continued. "Comfort can feel peaceful in the moment, but comfort without purpose slowly weakens the spirit. Responsibility may feel heavy, but it gives life meaning." The wind moved gently across the savanna. Leo looked toward the horizon where the clouds were beginning to break. For the first time that day, the sunlight returned. He stood up slowly. Maybe the owl was right. Maybe the weight he carried was not a burden, but a gift. Without another word, Leo stepped forward and began walking again across the golden grass, this time with purpose. Days passed. Leo returned to his duties. He protected the land, he guided the animals, he stood strong even when the days were difficult. And something unexpected happened. The animals began to gather around him. They watched how he lived, how he never avoided responsibility, how he remained strong even when things were hard. To them, Leo became more than a lion. He became a symbol of strength, a
symbol of discipline, a symbol of leadership. And slowly, the entire savannah grew more peaceful and united. Years later, as the sun set over the plains, Leo once again stood on top of the high rock where his story began. But this time, he did not feel tired. He felt proud, because he understood something many never realize. Hard work may feel exhausting, but avoiding responsibility costs far more. Comfort can feel good for a moment, but purpose gives life true strength. And now, I want to ask you something. Are you choosing the easy path or the meaningful one? Because the future you build tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. If this message meant something to you, take 1 second to help this message reach more people. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who needs motivation today. Because somewhere out there, someone might be one lesson away from changing their entire life. And who knows, that person might be you.